More questions tonight about the future of Illinois' criminal detention system in light of President Trump's executive order to bring back cash bail. CBS News Chicago investigator Megan DeMar joins us live with the latest on that order. And Megan, the question now is what happens now that federal funding is at stake here?
Right, Joe, it's been almost 2 years since Illinois eliminated cash bail, but courts here and across the state can't just bring it back if they want to. Lawmakers would have to repeal that law, and now some lawmakers tell me they're under more pressure than ever to make that happen.
I was opposed to the elimination of cash bail from the word go.
Republican State Rep Dan Ugasti, who spoke to me from his district office in St. Charles, says he's been behind several attempts to repeal and modify the 2023 law that made Illinois the first state to eliminate cash bail.
I have myself filed House Bill 1404, which would do the very thing I just told you about, which is modify cash bail, yet at the same time keep it in place and just do it in a much more equitable way, which is what the advocates were seeking.
Cashless bail policies are...
During an executive order signing Monday, the Trump administration called cashless bail a driver of government-backed crime sprees.
Illinois would be a great example of that, sir.
Oh, they have a great cashless bail. You don't even have to go to court sometimes.
Instructing Attorney General Pam Bondi over the next 30 days to identify and potentially cut funding to states like Illinois and other local governments that have eliminated cash bail.
They thought it was discriminatory to make people put up money because they just killed 3 people lying on a street.
The only specific example the White House pointed to here in Illinois involves a Rockford man who was released pre-trial in a 2024 murder case. Court records show he was one of 3 suspects charged in the case, and the judge allowed his release prior to trial due to a lack of evidence specific to his involvement.
Money has nothing to do with safety. It's just how rich you are in order to get out of jail.
Alexa Van Brunt, director of the MacArthur Justice Center Clinic at Northwestern Pritzker School of Law, explained that President Trump can't change Illinois state law, but he's trying to make it uncomfortable enough for state lawmakers that they do it themselves. So will lawmakers act on that pressure? Depends who you ask.
I would think so, but time will tell.
I really don't see us folding at all in the wake of Donald Trump's threats or his very weak and confusing executive order.
We have repeatedly reached out to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for comment on this executive order, but so far we have not received an official response. Now, the executive order doesn't say exactly what type of federal funding would be cut, but it directs the Office of Management and Budget to figure that out. For now, live in the loop, Megan DeMar, CBS News Chicago investigators.
Megan, thank you.